Metaphysics of Ottoman Porta, Cyprus and a New World Order. The interview with Nicolaos Khovrin, Komnenos, the General Secretary of the United Cyprus Republican Party, and its candidate for the European Parliament elections 2024. Question. General Secretary, you became a seasoned diplomat with a lot of experience of talking to the Turkish-speaking colleagues at regular alleged palace communal meetings. What is your take from those meetings? Answer. The alleged palace communal consultations are closed-door events with an official communique published each time. So instead, I will speak about Ottoman Porta and its role. Because the origin of Turkish-speaking population in Cyprus goes back to the year of 1570 when Turkish garrison landed in Cyprus. Preamble to the Treaty of Adrianople of 1829 is very clear in describing Ottoman Porta as defender of Holy Jerusalem. For those who does not know the history, the Treaty of Adrianople was signed as a result of Russian victory over Ottoman Porta during 1828–1829 war. Of notice that Ottoman Porta, in Article 10 of the treaty, agreed to the London Treaty of 1827 between Russia, Great Britain and France providing autonomy to the Greece. So the question is why Russian troops stopped one day short of taking Constantinople and decided not to dismember the Ottoman Porta? While some historian points to the Western influence, the truth is mentioned in the preamble of the treaty. Question. So your point is that the significance of the Holy Jerusalem was the key reason to keep the Ottoman Porta? Answer. Yes. It is true. The metaphysics played a key role. As the later history showed, the United Kingdom apparently failed to defend Holy Jerusalem. Tsar Nicolaos I evidently knew and foresaw well the consequences of dismembering of Ottoman Empire. Ever since the Circle, who was orchestrating the destruction of Ottoman Porta, started to think of using covered technology of money to reach its goal of world domination or New World Order. Subsequently, vast loans to Greece and Ottoman Porta were followed, and the very fact of these loans proved just that. Question. What was the activity of the Circle, as you put, elsewhere? Answer. American Civil War of 1861–1865 was another enterprise of the Circle. The American Civil War was won under the leadership of the great President Lincoln, but only because of the Russian Tsar Alexander II's dramatic assistance. The Russian Tsar Alexander II, in 1862, sent a huge Russian Navy armada to the United States ports of New York and San Francisco under the order to be under President Lincoln command. Both Lincoln and Tsar Alexander II were assassinated by the Circle in retaliation of their role to defend the American Republic. And again, like with Ottoman Porta, the monetary technology of so-called Federal Reserve eventually became a new hidden tool for a new world order. Question. So in other words, the longevity of the Cyprus issue may well be the result of unresolved global fight for a new world order and for control over Holy Jerusalem in a close proximity to Cyprus? Answer. True. Cyprus was chosen by the Circle to be a staging point for military control over Holy Jerusalem. Dr. Henry Kissinger revealed in his book Nuclear Weapons and Foreign Policy of 1959 that for the foreseeable future we should be able to count on Cyprus as staging area for the Middle East. Question. You have mentioned the word Circle. Who these people? Answer. Dr. Kissinger described them as we. Unfortunately, when I asked Dr. Kissinger's office for an interview with our party leader, he left our request unanswered. By today he passed away. Question. Our readers may well be interested to know your vision over the upcoming future of Cyprus as well as the outcome of the Third World War which is unfolding now. Answer. My vision is that the Third World War, the term officially used by the Pope Francis, whose embassy was just opened in Nicosia, is nothing but a cover to divert the attention of the humanity from the upcoming global metaphysical changes or spiritual enlightenment. The advancement of military technology made wars fruitless for resolving global issues. Money, time and spirit are the tools used. So-called conventional arms race become nothing but a money laundering enterprise for corrupted politicians. Many politicians in themselves lost any connection to the spirit of the people and are only able to be elected via social engineering. So they have no built-in power. Cyprus is not an exemption. The Circle seems to be firmly in control of at least the Cyprus finance by now. Look at the block by the Cyprus Central Bank of a free capital movement under the EU Green Line trade arrangement. So the resolution of the Cyprus issue in the short term depends on whether the Circle would manage to firmly control the finance of the Republic of Turkey. In the longer run, the Cyprus issue will be resolved only when a proper and spiritually powerful guardian would be re-established over the Holy Jerusalem. Question. Young people won't be happy to hear doom and gloom scenarios for their future. Would you be able to enlighten them in some positive outcome of their nearest future? Answer. I just returned from France, where I was invited to do annual lecturing in one of the university. I quoted to the students a famous Professor Don Jacobs who said, "By all means, for those who insist on adding additional layers of insulation on top of adaptive condition are not only welcome to do so, but encouraged to do so. This would include, but in no way exclusive to, spirituality, the power of prayer, religious beliefs, philosophical view and positive ethics. Whatever works to enrich one's life and promote longevity is entirely relevant in the human hive of sapient brain development. In other words, develop your neocortex part of the brain, create layers of defense and stay away from politicians with reptilian brain domination, who are frequently nothing but puppets of the Circle. Develop positive ethics to meet positive future." Question. It is a fact that young people are not interested in politics. Many politicians, in Cyprus as well, are hunting for their votes. How would you address this issue? Answer. Superficial education, as we have today in most of the countries, Cyprus included, creates illusion of knowledge. But this illusion is enough to manipulate the youth via social media one way or another. Drastic change in the educational institutions and renaissance of some vital branches of forgotten studies is necessary. Our political party is working on that. Question. Let's talk about domestic issues in Cyprus. What is on the radar screen of United Cyprus Republic Party? Answer. Municipal and European parliamentary elections are well on track. In fact, the upcoming, after some delay, municipal elections is our European project as well. So it may not be a coincidence they are taking place together. While at the first glance it is a sign of direct democracy, the truth is far behind. The true policy of the Circle in Cyprus is to create a vassal state. The truth about municipal elections is that these elections would lead to balkanization of Cyprus. We will have, in effect, two presidents, the President of the Republic and not less powerful Governor of Nicosia. The end result will be further weakening of the state and further weakening of the quality and security of life. Question. What other changes are on the radar screen of United Cyprus Republican Party? Answer. United Cyprus Republican Party and its leader raised on many occasions the issue of lack of monetary policy in Cyprus. Cyprus lost control over its monetary policy and hence, over velocity of money, which slowed dramatically. The upcoming central bank digital currency will further limit the ability of the Cyprus economy to function properly and competitively. So all in all, the Circle is bringing Cyprus back into the Middle Ages, at least in terms of civil rights and liberties. Question. Many words are said about the New World Order. What is your take? Answer. The so-called New World Order is not so new at all. The current policies of the Circle are known in every detail since at least the outburst of the American Civil War. What is different is the speed of the changes the Circle is trying to implement. Why? Because they know very well about soon upcoming end of the natural phenomena when they won't be able to hide their identity behind various democratic faces. The nature will heal itself by exposing the true identity of the representatives of the Circle everywhere, including in Cyprus. End of the interview.